we get recognized everywhere. It doesn't matter where we are in the world. I mean, we were at Universal yesterday, walking through the park.
They weren't just pawning gold chains and vintage guitars. They were cashing in on raw drama, wild customers, and jaw-dropping deals. Hardcore Pawn exploded onto our screens with the Gold family at the helm, running Detroit's legendary American Jewelry and Loan like a full-blown battleground. Between explosive family feuds and outrageous customer showdowns, the show blurred the line between reality TV and real-life chaos. But what happened after the cameras stopped rolling? Did the business survive? Did the family stay intact? And what about the unforgettable employees who gave us some of the wildest moments on reality television? In this video, we're diving deep into the world of Hardcore Pawn, uncovering where the stars are now, who stayed in the spotlight, and who completely vanished. From unexpected career changes to legal troubles and personal triumphs, this is the roller coaster aftermath of a show that redefined reality TV hustle. Let's get into it. Les Gold. Les Gold, the tough but fair co-owner of American Jewelry and Loan, built a legacy as the no-nonsense patriarch on Hardcore Pawn. His straightforward, take-no-prisoners approach to business made him one of the most memorable personalities on reality television. While his time on Hardcore Pawn introduced viewers to his brash yet endearing persona, Les's life post-show has seen a continued evolution, with his entrepreneurial spirit and commitment to his family's legacy taking center stage. After Hardcore Pawn ended, Les didn't shy away from the public eye. In fact, he took advantage of opportunities to expand his horizons. One of his most surprising ventures was his appearance on the Food Network's Chopped, where he demonstrated a set of culinary skills that caught fans off guard. Although his TV appearances became less frequent, his business efforts remained relentless. In 2019, Les made headlines when he shared his plans to expand American Jewelry and Loan. His vision wasn't just limited to Detroit. He had his sights set on broader horizons. By 2021, Leslie had successfully opened 2 more pawn shops in Michigan, one in Southgate and another in Lincoln Park. This was a clear indication that, despite the show's end, Les had no intention of slowing down or retiring anytime soon. He remained committed to growing the Gold family empire, ensuring that American Jewelry and Loan continued to thrive. Les's business acumen, however, extends beyond just expanding his company. He has remained actively involved in charitable causes around Detroit, demonstrating that his heart is just as big as his business empire. One of the causes he champions is Wigs for Kids, a nonprofit organization that provides wigs for children experiencing hair loss. His involvement in charity reflects the values of the Gold family and their deep commitment to the local community. Despite the expansion of his business empire, Les continues to play an integral role in the daily operations of American Jewelry and Loan. He works alongside his son, Seth Gold, to ensure that the pawn shop chain, which now employs around 200 people, continues to be successful. Les Gold's drive and dedication to his work and his family remain a defining feature of his post-Hardcore Pawn journey, cementing his place as a beloved and influential figure in both business and philanthropy. Seth Gold. Seth Gold, the sharp, business-savvy son of Les Gold, made it clear from the start that he wasn't just riding the coattails of his family legacy. He was here to innovate. As the vice president of American Jewelry and Loan, Seth often clashed with his father on Hardcore Pawn over how to modernize the business. Since the show ended, he's doubled down on that mission, helping to steer the pawn shop into the digital age. In 2019, Seth partnered with PawnMate Inc. to launch Fast Pawn, a digital platform aimed at making pawn transactions easier for both the shop and its customers. Through this system, users can make loan payments, layaway installments, and even browse inventory, all online. It's a major leap for an industry that's traditionally been stuck in the analog world. But Seth didn't stop there. He's continued to be a vocal figure in Detroit's entrepreneurial and philanthropic scenes. In 2018, he and his father donated $10,000 to a student microloan program that helps local high schoolers fund and launch their own small businesses. That same year, Seth expanded his influence with the Gold Tone podcast, where he and Les explore topics like entrepreneurship and life lessons, and occasionally bring on celebrity guests for candid conversations. Seth's forward-thinking mentality and his push for modernization have kept American jewelry and loan not only relevant, but ahead of the curve. Though he maintains a relatively low profile when it comes to his personal life, his actions speak loudly. He's proven that being part of a reality TV dynasty doesn't mean you're stuck in the past, and he's working hard to ensure the Gold name continues to evolve with the times while remaining a cornerstone of Detroit's business culture. Ashley Broad. Ashley Broad, the fierce and outspoken daughter of Les Gold and sister to Seth, was a commanding presence on Hardcore Pawn, known for running the jewelry department with precision and sass. But once the cameras stopped rolling, Ashley charted her own path, one that took her out of the shadow of American jewelry and loan and into the world of entrepreneurship and personal branding. In 2015, Ashley launched Pawn Chick Shopping, a boutique online retail venture that has since evolved into ashleygold.com. This new platform showcases her handmade jewelry designs, blending her lifelong experience in the pawn and jewelry industry with a passion for fashion and creativity. Her pieces are uniquely crafted, reflecting both elegance and wearability, and her growing customer base shows that she's carved out a solid niche for herself, separate from the family's legacy. Ashley didn't stop at just jewelry. She expanded her brand into social media consulting through her company, AKB Consulting. There, she helps businesses, especially women-led and fashion-oriented brands, build their digital presence and connect with audiences online. Her hands-on knowledge from years in retail and television gave her a unique edge in understanding what makes a brand stand out in a crowded market. Adding to her portfolio, Ashley also launched Pawn Chick Radio, a podcast-style radio show where she dishes on the latest fashion trends, business advice, and personal stories. It's a space where she blends her entrepreneurial wisdom with her down-to-earth personality, offering both entertainment and insight. Outside of work, Ashley has stayed grounded in her family life. She's married to Jordan Broad, and the couple lives in Bloomfield Township, Michigan. In 2020, she reached a major personal goal by shedding 35 pounds through dedicated fitness and clean eating. Her journey inspired thousands, proving that her drive and discipline go far beyond business. Big Joe, Joel Shannon. Joel Big Joe Shannon made a strong impression during his time on Hardcore Pawn, serving as the no-nonsense head of security at American Jewelry and Loan. With his commanding frame, stern expression, and quick temper when things got out of hand, Big Joe became a fan favorite for keeping both unruly customers and the Gold family in check. But his tenure on the reality show didn't end on a high note. In a twist that shocked viewers and insiders alike, Joe was fired after being caught stealing scrap gold from the shop, an act that led to his arrest and immediate departure from the series. Following his exit from Hardcore Pawn, Big Joe vanished from the reality TV world and took steps to rebuild his life far from the chaos of Detroit's most famous pawn shop. He now runs a transportation company called High Gear Transportation based in Livonia, Michigan. The business focuses on logistics and trucking services, and sources suggest that Joe has managed to grow the company into a stable operation. While the flashy nature of reality television is long behind him, his entrepreneurial pivot demonstrates a clear desire to start over and stay on the right path. Today, Joel is focused on family and business. He lives with his wife, Felix, and their children in Michigan, leading a much quieter life than what fans saw during his time on the show. He maintains a low profile on social media and rarely speaks publicly about his time on Hardcore Pawn or the controversy that led to his dismissal. Although his reality TV career ended abruptly, Big Joe's story is one of reinvention. He went from being a tough guy enforcer on screen to a small business owner seeking stability and redemption. And while he may never return to television, his name still sparks curiosity among fans who remember his larger-than-life presence. Rich Pyle. Rich Pyle, best known as the longtime manager of American Jewelry and Loan, brought a laid-back vibe and rocker edge to Hardcore Pawn. With his tattoos, long hair, and cool demeanor, Pyle stood out as the steady middleman between the fiery Les Gold and frustrated customers. But behind the scenes, tensions eventually boiled over. After a dispute with Les, Pyle left both the pawn shop and the show. Though he apologized, the rift marked the end of his era at the iconic Detroit business. Yet, leaving Hardcore Pawn didn't slow Rich down. He quickly transitioned to new ventures, appearing on National Geographic's Meltdown, a docu-series that explored the underground world of scrap metal recycling. That gig allowed Pyle to continue blending entertainment with blue-collar grit, something that always resonated with his fans. Soon after, he pivoted toward fashion, co-founding a clothing brand called RPM Gear, alongside Darren Hamilton. The line reflects Pyle's rocker style and passion for individuality, with edgy designs geared toward people who live outside the mainstream. His entrepreneurial energy didn't stop there. Rich is now the host and executive producer of Whole Nation, a show dedicated to the growing sport of cornhole. With its mix of sports commentary, interviews, and tournament coverage, Whole Nation showcases a whole new side of Pyle, one that's deeply immersed in promoting niche sports and building community through competition. In addition to his on-screen and business endeavors, Pyle remains connected to his first love, music. He's the drummer for Daniel Harrison and the $2 Highway, a band blending rock, Americana, and storytelling. The group has performed throughout Michigan and earned a loyal local following. Today, Rich Pyle lives life on his own terms, keeping his personal life low-key while building a career around creativity, performance, and reinvention. Fielding Felix Tykeman. Fielding Felix Tykeman, a key security officer at American Jewelry and Loan, was a recognizable figure on Hardcore Pawn. With his tough appearance, thick beard, and no-nonsense attitude, Felix was often a calming presence in the chaotic environment of the pawn shop. His role as a security guard made him integral to the drama, often finding himself in heated moments with customers or co-workers. However, after the 6th season, Felix suddenly disappeared from the show, and, unlike other cast members, his departure was never addressed, leaving fans to wonder what happened to him. In 2016, Felix made a significant life change and moved to Austin, Texas. After his exit from Hardcore Pawn, he seemed to retreat from the public eye, shying away from media attention. Unlike his time on the show, where his presence was regularly felt, Felix opted for a quieter and more private life. He does not appear to be active on social media, which has only fueled curiosity about his whereabouts. For many, his disappearance is part of the mystery that surrounds his time on the show. While Felix has stayed out of the limelight, it's clear he's embraced a different lifestyle away from the cameras. His move to Austin suggests that he sought a fresh start, possibly to distance himself from the chaotic and often volatile world of reality TV. Without the constant scrutiny, he's had the space to live a life less in the public eye, focusing on personal pursuits that don't require fame or attention. Felix's exit from the show was a stark contrast to the intense drama he became known for on Hardcore Pawn. His time on the show was marked by his interactions with the volatile customers and his calm demeanor, but since leaving, he has chosen to live a more peaceful life. His decision to avoid the spotlight has kept him largely out of the news, leaving fans to wonder what Felix is up to in his quiet life in Texas. Bobby Jennia. Bobby Jennia, a familiar face from the early seasons of Hardcore Pawn, was known for his role at American Jewelry and Loan, where he interacted with customers and helped run the day-to-day operations of the pawn shop. However, in 2016, Jennia decided to leave the pawn business behind, shifting his focus to other ventures. One of his next big moves saw him appearing in Wrench Wars, a car-centric reality show that allowed him to tap into his love for vehicles and mechanics. He also briefly became the spokesperson for Bars Products Inc., a company in the motor vehicle manufacturing industry, where he continued to build his public profile. By 2021, Bobby had fully transitioned to a freelance career, pursuing a variety of creative endeavors. He became a voiceover artist, lending his voice to various projects and building a reputation in the industry. Jennia also started streaming on platforms like Twitch, where he engages with fans during gaming sessions, sharing his passion for video games, and interacting with his growing online community. His online presence also expanded to TikTok and OnlyFans, where he quickly amassed a strong following. On these platforms, Bobby shares a mix of lifestyle content, personal moments, and engaging videos that have earned him considerable attention. In addition to his social media activities, Jennia runs an online merchandise store, offering a range of products, including t-shirts, aprons, mugs, and other items that reflect his personal brand. His entrepreneurial spirit has allowed him to stay connected with his base while pursuing different income streams. Despite his active online presence, Bobby has kept much of his personal life private, preferring not to reveal too many details. However, he does share his close relationship with his grandfather, often posting moments with him on social media. Jennia's career trajectory reflects his versatility, shifting from reality TV to the world of digital content creation, and he continues to build a loyal following in his new ventures. Carneal "Hook" Stiger. Carneal "Hook" Stiger made a memorable impact on Hardcore Pawn as one of the most colorful security guards at American Jewelry and Loan. Known for his mischievous nature and sense of humor, Hook often provided comic relief with his pranks and playful interactions with customers. His laid-back attitude contrasted sharply with the tense, often volatile environment of the pawn shop, making him a fan favorite on the show. His unpredictable antics sometimes led to trouble, but that was part of the charm that endeared him to viewers. Hook's presence on Hardcore Pawn was notable for his easygoing demeanor and knack for diffusing tense situations with humor, often turning uncomfortable moments into comedic exchanges. He quickly became known for being a bit of a prankster, adding an element of fun to the sometimes chaotic environment of American Jewelry and Loan. His laid-back, sometimes cheeky attitude made him stand out among the more intense personalities of the show. However, Hook's departure from the show in Season 8 was a mystery to both fans and cast members alike. Unlike some other Hardcore Pawn cast members who left due to conflicts or scandals, Hook simply vanished without any public explanation. This sudden exit left many viewers speculating about his reasons for leaving the show and what he might be doing now. Despite his abrupt departure from the public eye, it's clear that his time on the show left an indelible mark on the series and its fans. Since leaving Hardcore Pawn, Carneal "Hook" Stiger has chosen to live a life away from the spotlight. Unlike many former reality TV stars, Hook has remained incredibly private and has avoided social media, making it difficult for fans to track his post-show life. Reports suggest that he still resides in Detroit, Michigan, but he has maintained a low profile, opting for a more peaceful, less drama-filled existence. He has kept himself far removed from the public attention that hardcore porn brought him, which aligns with his preference for privacy and a quieter lifestyle. In the absence of updates or public appearances, it's clear that Hook has made the conscious decision to step away from the fame and exposure that came with being a cast member on a reality show. His preference for living under the radar has sparked curiosity, but also respect from fans who appreciated his authentic, humorous personality during his time on the show. And there you have it, the incredible journeys of the hardcore porn stars after the show wrapped up. From Les Gold's ongoing business expansions to Bobby Jennia's ventures in the world of streaming, these cast members have certainly kept themselves busy. Whether they've stuck to their roots in Detroit or ventured into new territories, each one continues to carve out their own path, showing us that life after the pawn shop can be just as eventful. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the lives of your favorite hardcore porn stars, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more juicy updates, and ring the bell so you never miss a video. Drop a comment below and let us know which star's post-show journey surprised you the most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.